Okay, welcome. Today we are gonna look at the SSP2, and I already have it in parts because if you want external looks or gameplay, you wouldn't have come here. So, to start off, all the new stuff with it. This project started because we knew SSP5 was good and we want a cheaper version of it. Now, a regular SSP5, we do have the CNC front and back slide, the CNC outer barrel, even the CNC piston. All that thing added together is just extra cost. So for this one, we went back to a more traditional approach to the pistols. These are casted aluminum, not zinc alloy. These are aluminum, and it's we just CNC'd some faces afterwards. You can actually see a lot of machine marks. On the slide, you can see the slots, and especially here, if you're familiar with the machine, you can see these sided marks. These are CNC post finish to get the tolerance we want. Now, important parts, we have aluminum blowback housing, and best part about this, it takes 2 return springs. People usually short stroke high cuppers quite a lot. Not on the SSP5, but a regular one. And for that, for the gun to be able to load correctly, people always change these to like 140% springs or even 180% springs. Now you have 2. When you have one single stiff one, the stiffer the spring is, it's less likely for it to return to original shape after it's fully compressed. So on the 180 ones, you actually get a lot of trouble because they shrink. Now here, I just need 2, let's say, regular springs, and it would be equivalent to M200 of a 200% return spring for the nozzle. Now compatibility-wise, yes, I can drop. This is a TM nozzle, and I can drop in just fine. Of course, not vice versa because this one has 2 legs. No, this is aluminum, so it's massively lighter than regular marui. This aluminum too, guide plug, laced CNC part. So the moving part of this pistol, plug, blowback housing, backside slide. This weighs 103.7 grams, which is fairly good. If you have built regular high cuppers, you buy a CNC slide, buy upgrade blowback housing, and you buy the plug, you usually arrive around 100 grams if you go with a proper full slide setup. If you have one of these edges that are super cut, yes, you do get lighter. You could get to about, you can get 90 grams total. Okay, that apart. Else, yes, this is the outer barrel. You can see the chamber is one piece with it. It's kind of like the SSP5 one. It used a plastic shroud. The nub size, of course, reduced because of the height of it. It's more like a plate. On the SSP2, it takes TM, with our buckings, GBB buckings and GBB outer barrels. And of course, we can have compatibility checked. This one we put great emphasis on compatibility. The lower is 100% TM compatible, and you got steel sears, striker. Let me just. Hard to get it to stick. Yeah, it's there. Hammer 2, full frame, drilled on both sides because this one, after we knew that SSP5 was going to be a success, I had a little bit more liberty at working with stuff. I got a little bit more funding regarding it. Yes, this is also the safety bolted together. This is one issue I always had with high cuppers, is they start to separate themselves and they get wobbly. Not on this one. This one is TM compatible to a point that TM frame have this piece right here, and I got an eyeball frame that didn't come with this piece, and I can put even this half onto the 9-ball one, so it's 100% TM compatible. Like you can change grips, trigger, whatever you want on the inside. So the idea is this price here in Europe we are selling for 149 and the TM is like 145. So you get TM compatibility, except you already have the steel sears. And it's quite weird you get this. This is a TM, no regular upgrade CNC slide for the TMs. With the TM blowback housing, we're gonna just slide it down. Yeah, I got the sears, yeah. Got the sears right. Safety. Oh yeah, so blowback housing is dropping. Yep, here we go. So you could just drop any upper you want, build your own, slap on the lower and get this dust cover version of the slide, which is kind of hard to find. A 5.1 inch full frame. That apart, so the outer barrel of the SSP2, TDC, maple leaf silicone Autobot, and this is TM frame, TM 5.1, and there we go. Yeah, fit just fine. Take the SSP2 slide, also fits just fine. Compatibility of, let's say we take the housing back and TM wear side, which is some people's requirement when they want to change sides. TM charging handles for the side works. The hose line up, you can do that. You can also take TM wear side. Because the paint you might be able to, you kind of need to squeeze it in, but yeah, we actually got this cut correct. So that, to sum it up, you have a slide that is not impossible to get. Yeah, you can upgrade yourself, but is on par with a regular mid-range upgrade. You get this blowback housing with 2 return springs that allows you to short triple this pistol a lot more and without compromise reliability. And that is also light. Then you have the one-piece hopup that won't break as easy, and it will fix with the comp. One part to mention is even if you drop this package onto a regular TM frame, let's say I'm putting it, let's say I'm putting the 4.3 frame. The point here is just in case I cannot secure this hole anymore, which is bolted on the lower frame, so the outer barrel is secured. You can just replace the screw with a set screw, and you will be able to lock this to your recoil guide. And you can just drop this upper on any TM. Even on the 5.1, you will be able to do the same, just more exposed. Okay. Putting it together, not really anything special. Okay, the spring guide is anodized aluminum, CNC'd. Plus side is lightweight, but SP5 one is steel. Preference, you know, some people like it steel, some people like it aluminum for the weight. Yeah, so regularly this is secured on the frame like this. So you have your outer barrel, and this one is bolted on a screw, so this piece barely moves. You can shake it though, but that's it. Right, so that's about the trick of it. If you think about it, 149 here in Europe, you can't really do it better for the price of it. I mean, you have a TM compatible lower, and the drop, yeah, I wouldn't say that you can. I think you can put a TM blowback housing in this. This is the 4.3 auto housing I just happen to have at hand, but I do believe you can drop it. Yeah, you can drop a TM housing. You can see the whole line up. Yeah, You can drop a TM housing in it, but not really the point. This slide, not everybody have the same taste, and if you want to upgrade, you probably want a different colored slide. And the stock one is good, you know. You have the 2 return spring, which I really wish I had this back then for the SP5. And this setup is light.